Well, not a lot's happened since we last met, and for the first time, I'm going into this episode without an actual plan. It all hinges on this next game. As you can see, our form in February continued and we beat Dunstable Town away from home 2-1. Liam Smythe got us off to a flying start, and it was actually a mistake from former Biggleswade United player Mason Watkins-Clark that let Smythe in to score in the 48th minute. Josh Wynn then came off the bench to get his 10th of the season in the 77th. His goal was actually assisted by none other than Tyler Norton. Remember him? 17-year-old Australian winger that somehow ended up in the Biggleswade United Academy. Well, he made his debut on the left wing, put in a man of the match performance and set up the winner for Josh Wynn. So fair play to him. Paris Karen Hall did score a penalty in the 86th minute, given away by Newman Carney. But it was just a consolation, really, and it was a fairly comfortable result for us. Speaking of Newman Carney, we have turned down a bid from St Neots Town, who are in step 4 to the division above Biggleswade United, to try and keep him at the club for as long as possible. And to be fair to him, when we looked at the negotiations, he said he wasn't really interested in a move anyway. But we are playing the FA Vase quarter-final next. I don't think we're going to play Tyler Norton for this one. I think we are going to bring Luero back into the fold. Where is he? There he is. And we're going to go with our usual back four of Tarpey, Sheridan, Carney and Playford, just in front of Hopkins. We're going to have Banks and Reed in the middle. Luero back into the side after a little rest. Owusu on the right. Ema, and 26 goals from Smythe sees him continue also. Shout out to Clarence Ema, because he's had 30 goal involvements, 14 assists and 16 goals so far this season. Liam Banks chipping in with 12 assists as well. So going forward, I'm fairly confident that we're going to score goals. Can we keep him out of the other end? That's going to be the big question here. We're playing against Newcastle University, who, as we established in the last episode, are a step 6 side. So we are a whole tier above them in the non-league ladder. It's a fairly good draw for us. I think they are mid-table in their league. We are obviously at the top of the table, or towards the top of the table in our league, the tier above. So on paper, it should be a fairly comfortable win for us, but football's not played on paper, especially Football Manager. Now, I said in the intro to today's episode that I didn't really have a plan for this episode, and that's because if we win this game, we're going to be in the semi-finals of the Vase, and we'll probably try and bring you that, depending how it falls in the sort of schedule. If we lose it, we're going to pick a league game to bring you for the second game of this episode. Teams are out. Not a lot of people in the stand for this quarter-final, and it's a massive stand. Look at this ground, by the way. Wow, very impressive. Don't forget, of course, that other teams from our league are also still in this competition. Arlesey Town away to Hythe, Harlow Town, who are top of the league and must be favourites for this FA Vase, are at home to Easington. So we'll keep you up to date with their games as well as they go on. I'm just hoping that we can just have a nice, easy, simple run to the semi-finals here. Liam Banks puts the ball into the box, headed away. Darby picks it up. Is something going to come of this? Maybe. It's a ball into the box. Liam Banks gets on the end of it, and it's just over the crossbar. Yeah, I don't want any drama. I don't want any penalty shootouts today. It might be great for you, but it's not good for me, all these penalty shootouts. We haven't had one in a while, but we went through the first, I think it was 3 rounds in a row getting through on penalties. It's just not good for the old ticker, is it? Harlow Town have taken a lead against Easington, as you might expect. They've only lost 2 games all season, 1 in the league and 1 in the FA Cup. So they are absolutely flying, and I think we've done well to avoid them up to this point. Although we did get a draw against them in the league, so not a bad result at all. Got a few minutes to go, and we've got a highlight. Is this only the second highlight of the game, maybe? Reed with a sweeping ball out to Luero. Luero into the box. Smythe gets on the end of it. The flag has gone up. Yeah, he's going to be offside. Half time here at Essity Park. And as you can see, Harlow have conceded an equaliser to Easington, and Hythe have taken the lead against Arlesey. Cirencester St Blazes, the other quarter final, that's 0-0 as it is here. Hard to gauge that first half really, because there was only a couple of highlights that were both in our favour attacking wise. Get a goal and make us favourites to win. Go out there and make it happen. Yeah, just go and get a goal, lads. That's all we can ask for, really, is to get off to a good early start in this second half. That's what we want, a nice early goal. It's funny because Newcastle University have had 11 shots, 4 on target to our 6 and 1, and we haven't seen them have an attacking highlight yet. But here we go. They're on the attack here. Just as we hit the man more, Luero clears it. Liam Banks on a yellow card, but he is also on the ball. Oh, and it's a big tackle on him. Oh, I don't like the look of this. I don't like the look of this. And it's a good save by Hopkins to keep it at 0-0. Are we going to see the corner? We are going to see the corner. This is never normally a good sign, I've noticed on FM26. Newman Carney with a vital header. How many times have we said that this season? Newman Carney bailing us out, and we're going to see this corner again. Back-to-back corners from Newcastle University. Ball into the box. Carney with the header again. Ball into the box again, and it's headed high and wide. The commentators just said we got our backs against the wall, and I kind of have to agree with them there. We need to shake things up a little bit here. Half an hour ago, this game just seems to have completely just passed us by, really. Carcel Hilton's going to come on the right, and we're going to go with the big man, Josh Wynn, on for Clarence Ema. Josh Wynn's now in double figures for goals. He's scored 10 so far this season. Pretty much every single one of them off the bench. So we're going to be hoping for another big moment from him in this game. Sheridan puts it forward. Smythe tries to get on the end of it, but can't. And Newcastle University are on the attack again. Rushworth down the right-hand side. Storr on the edge of the box. He shoots. He's hit the post. Deary me. Carcel Hilton will clear. Josh Wynn can't get the flick on though. But Banks picks it up in midfield. Pumps it forward. Smythe is chasing. The right back will get there first. And is it Newcastle's turn to attack? This is just end-to-end stuff here. Ball into the box. Rushworth, they've hit the bar now. They've hit the post and the bar, I think, in the same highlight here. And it's still ongoing. This is an onslaught. The ball's gone out for a throw. Can we catch our breaths here? No. It's going to continue. Ball into the box again. Hopkins, just hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball, lad. Just settle down. Just settle down. Let us catch our breath. No, he's gone long. And Newcastle University, for a step 6 side, are really taking the game to us here. This is ongoing. Am I playing a game on full match here? They've scored. They have scored. Oh no. That highlight was just going on and on and on. It's a nice passage of play from them. And the goal scorer, Storr, just... Sheridan came out, Carney sat in, Storr kind of got in between both of them. And it's a well-worked goal, to be fair to them. Do we change our shape a little bit? I kind of feel like we have to. I kind of feel like we're going to have to send someone else up top. Probably going to have to make it Luero. Or do we do Hilton? Yeah, maybe we do Hilton. And do something a little bit like this. When we have the ball, let's get the fullbacks pushing up a bit. Out of possession, they drop in, and then we go to more of a 4-4-2 out of possession. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Try and force something to happen. Okay, we've got 15 minutes to go. Newcastle have an attacking throw. Just wide by the striker, Dib Fuller there. We need something to happen here. We need something to happen. I think we're going to play Win through the middle. Smythe and Hilton left and right. We're going to change Smythe to an inside forward. We're going to change Hilton to an inside forward. Then out of possession. Might have to do something like this. We need to leave players at the pitch out of possession here. So in possession, we go a little bit more attacking, lose the ball. Aguero drops in. Smythe and Hilton stay high with Win as our target. Time really is ticking away here. We're going to try and fire them up. Last few minutes. Is it going to be the last few minutes of this FA Vase run? Newcastle have the ball. Liam Banks wins it back. Here's Sheridan to Tarpey. Finds Hilton. Get forward, boys. Get forward, boys. Carcel Hilton. Oh, deflected. It's deflected and the keeper saves it. We could do Banks for Berwick. Playford off for Whittle. And we'll get Carney pushing forward. I kind of feel like we're going to have to go for this now. We're going to have to go for this now, aren't we? In possession, out of possession, yeah. Pushing the fullbacks forward, pushing the wingers forward. We need something. We need a moment of magic from someone in the last 3 minutes of this game. They're just lumping it forward. We just need to get on the ball here. Here's Playford, the captain, on the left-hand side. So this is before the sub's been made, by the way. Smythe dropping a bit deeper to get the ball. Carney out to Playford. Little bit of space for him. Can we just create something? The ball's going out for a throw and the subs are going to come on. That's the last we're going to see of Playford. And Banks. 4 minutes on the clock. And that's it. Oh, that's it. That's our FA Vase run over as we are knocked out at the hands of Step 6 Newcastle University. Oh, genuinely, I am gutted at that. Harlow Town got through 3-2 against Easington. Hythe Town beat Arlesey. Cirencester St Blazes gone to penalties, but we have been knocked out. We probably deserved it based on that first half. Just didn't create enough. And when we did start tallying up some shots, it was all too little too late, it feels like. Not happy with the performance out there. Focus is now fully on the playoffs, and we're going to have to pick a game to bring you back for next. Oh, honestly, I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted at that. So now our focus is solely on the playoffs and getting us out of this division. We're not going to win the FA Vase. We're probably not going to win the league. So I'm wondering, maybe do we bring us back for maybe Harpenden Town? Let's get some progress in the bank now. Let's play Colney Heath, Aylesbury Vale and Tring. And we're going to bring you back for Harpenden Town for the second game of this episode. We'll jump back in if anything interesting happens in between now and then. But if not, I'll see you at Harpenden Town away. Okay, I said I was going to bring you back if something happened, and something has happened. We have been offered a new deal to stay on as Biggleswade United manager, which of course we accepted. There's no way we're going anywhere. As you can see, the board are pretty happy. Guillaume is a happy man with his manager this year. In terms of the 5-year plan, the current season, record a top-half finish. We've done that. Be competitive in the FA Cup. We did that. And be competitive in the Vase, getting knocked out of the quarterfinals. Gutting, but we were competitive. We did that. We're within the wage budget, struggling. We're trying. I'm trying, Guillaume, but it's hard. So he's seen enough to give us a new deal, and we've had some good recent results that may have swung that decision for him. So since we were last here with that defeat at Newcastle University, we've put that behind us, and we've continued a great run of form in the league. 2-1 win at home to Colney Heath. Of course it was Smythe, of course it was Ema with the goals, late goal for Colney Heath. Aylesbury Vale looked uncomfortable for a long period of time. As you know, we conceded 2 goals in the 23rd minute. I've never seen it before. It was a bad 60 seconds for Biggleswade United. We got one back and equalised just after half time. Literally one of the first kicks of the second half, and it was of course Josh Wynn coming off the bench to give us a late winner away at Aylesbury. And it was uncomfortable because we're in a position where we pretty much have to win every game if we want a sniff of winning the league. And we'll come on to that in a second. And then we have just played Tring Athletic, very comfortable, 5-1 win away from home. Liam Smythe with 2 goals, Clarence Ema getting himself on the score sheet, and Liam Banks with 2 as well. You'll notice Michael Quinlan, that young Irish midfielder, again through the youth ranks, he made a start against Tring. That is because in the previous game, Jamie Reid tore his hamstring. He's going to pretty much be out, well, he is out for the rest of the season. And we decided to throw in the 16-year-old as he's got a lot of potential. He's a left-footed midfielder, and he's done all right when he's played previously, but he is going to be the replacement for Jamie Reid for the running of this season. We're going to be playing Harpenden, but things are starting to happen in this league. As we're getting towards the business stage, Harlow have dropped some points. And I know I said we're not going to win the league, and it's still going to be a tall order, but we've got 2 games in hand over them here. We could reduce their lead to 9 points with 3 games to play. I know I said we're not going to win the league, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but they've dropped some points. They have dropped points. Goal difference isn't too dissimilar to theirs. In fact, we're only 1 behind. I'm just saying. But Haringey and Harlow have secured themselves a playoff spot. And I think that if we win this game against Harpenden, we secure ourselves a playoff spot too. As you can see, there's a big gap now between us and between Cockfosters, and it's about 14 points. So I think that if we win this game, it should be enough to secure us playoffs at least. So let's get into that game. As I say, Quinlan is coming in to replace Reed. We've got Tarpey, Sheridan, Carney, Playford, Quinlan and Banks, Luero, Owusu, Smythe, and Ema is your starting lineup to face Harpenden Town. Let's get into it. So we are going to keep an eye on the other results. Harlow Town and Haringey Borough in particular. We are currently top of the form table. Harpenden are 16th. They're kind of mid-table-ish. No, they're not. They've dropped down since I last looked at the table. They dropped down to 19th. So should be a fairly straightforward one for us. But like I say, we're going to keep an eye on Haringey. We're going to keep an eye on Harlow. And we're going to hope that we can get a good result against Harpenden and just see what we're looking like after this game. Here's Quinlan, ball into the box. Clarence Ema, it's going to be an assist for Michael Quinlan. His second assist of the season. He's 16. His mum still buys his trousers and he's doing things like this in senior football. That is Ema's 20th goal of the season. I'm hopeful. After that loss to Newcastle, I was a bit down. You might have seen it and heard it in my voice, but we're on form in the league. We've won 8 in a row in the league. You know, we're doing all right. I've got a good feeling that we can finish this season strongly. I mean, I said we was going to keep an eye on Haringey. They are drawing 0-0 with Tring. I said I was going to keep an eye on Harlow. They're not playing because, as I mentioned, this is our game in hand, or one of our 2 games in hand against them. I'm just hoping that Harlow going further in the FA Vase kind of distracts them a little bit and they take their foot off the gas in the league. Maybe they got their eye on the Vase and we can maybe just sneak in. They drop a few points here and there. I don't think it's likely because they've only got 3 games left and I think they only need one more point out of them 3 games. But you never know. Fairy tales happen. Miracles happen. Why can't we believe? We've got 2 games in hand before we have to worry about them playing. Here's Luero. Jerry Luero. Loads of room ahead of him. Is he going to go on his own here? Is he going to go on his own? He had the chance to shoot there. Pulls it back. Smythe. Banks. 2-0. 2-0. Inside 20 minutes. I've got a good feeling. I've got my mojo back. I've got my new deal on the table. I'm playing the kids and they're doing well. Brilliant. That's what football's about, isn't it, eh? This is proper football. Proper football, look. The fans loved it. That's what we're doing it for. We're doing it for the town. Okay, Harpenden have a free kick. They're attacking. They're still attacking. They're still attacking. Kingley side into the box. Clarence Ema makes a real striker's challenge and he's made a bit of a hash of that, hasn't he? It's going to be a penalty. Who is taking it? John Clements, a former Spartan winner actually with Welwyn Garden City, and it's saved by Hopkins. This good feeling's not going away, ladies and gents. It just makes me feel warm and fuzzy about our promotion prospects here. How are Haringey doing? Shall we have a little look? Haringey are drawing with Tring, and we're 2-0 up against Harpenden. And we're on the ball. Quinlan, Luero, Playford, he's giving the ball away. How do we recover here? Clements, who missed the penalty, pulls it back, and the ball has found its way into the back of the net through Jamie Austin. That was a bit of a mess in the box. We couldn't clear our lines, and let's have a closer look. Clements crossed it. Did it ricochet off a couple of players here? It was a strike. Oh, yeah. It was a strike. It kind of ricocheted off a couple of players, and it just fell to Jamie Austin a few yards out, and yeah, he's never going to miss from there. 2-1, just before half-time. Okay, we've made it through to half-time, and Haringey are still drawing with Tring, which means in the live table, we're only 1 point behind Haringey in second. So hopefully that stays as a similar result, or Tring get a good result against them. We're going to tell them not to get complacent here. We'll kick off this second half. Can I just say, shout out to Michael Quinlan, who has been absolutely fantastic every time we've played him. I keep saying it, but 16 years old, playing men's football, and looking great, really. He's filling big boots with Jamie Reid, whose contract is up at the end of the season. So maybe we are seeing a young star for Biggleswade United in our midst as we go 2-2 down, as Harpenden equalise is the words I'm trying to say. Jamie Austin and John Clements are involved again as they link up nicely. A quick 1-2. Austin goes through on goal. I want my goalkeeper doing better there, if I'm honest. Hopkins, the ball almost went through his hands there. Striker's always going to be the favourite to come out on top in these one-on-one situations, especially in such a central position where he's attacking. But you want your goalkeeper just doing a little bit better. It can't go through your hands. Carcel Hilton is coming on for Owusu. We've got Josh Wynn as well. We have got Josh Wynn. Banks is on a yellow card, so I think what we're going to do is Ema dropping into the midfield, as we've done quite a few times, and Josh Wynn coming up front to play with Smythe. Got about 15 minutes to go here, and we have the ball in Harpenden's half. Carcel Hilton, fresh off the bench, and a yellow card already, but he's linking up well with Tarpey on the right-hand side. Here is Quinlan, ball into the box. Luero, oh, it's just wide. Quinlan nearly getting his second assist of the game. Luero should have really done better there. At least hit the target. I think we are going to make another change. I'm not happy with how Playford's playing. So we're going to put Carney at left back. And we're going to bring on Zach Whittle to play centre back alongside Sheridan, in the hope that that just Jesus up a little bit. Haringey are 1-1 with Tring currently. But we could do with a goal here. I think this result, if it stays like this, potentially means we cannot win the title. It'll be a game too far for us, which kind of makes me rue a few of our early results, but especially in January as well. Hilton forward to Win. To Smythe. Oh, it's blocked. That looked destined for the goal. Quinlan tries to keep it alive. Here's Tarpey. Hilton again flicks it on, and nobody can get on the end of that. 3 minutes left on the clock. 3 minutes left of our title charge. And the game is over. It's going to be playoffs for Biggleswade United. Well, there we go, guys. We have had confirmation that we have made the playoffs. We secured a playoff spot. And I do believe, yeah, that's confirmed it. We cannot win the league. We cannot mathematically catch Harlow Town. But we are in the playoffs. And you know what? I fancy us. It's looking very likely that it's going to be Haringey, us, Risborough and Arlesey. Risborough have caused us some problems this season. We've beaten Arlesey and we've beaten Haringey. So it's definitely going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be an interesting one for us. I think what we're going to do is play the last 4 league games of the season, and then we'll bring you back for a bit of playoff drama. How about that then, eh? Well, that's it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed the content, please do like, subscribe, leave a comment, and of course, please follow Biggleswade United on the socials that are on the screen now. Hope to see you in the next one, and until then, take care.